Hello and welcome to Bella Star Astrology. I'm your host, Stella. This is the monthly astrology reading for August 2022 for all the Leos out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, if you'd like to check out your other big three, Sun, Moon, or Rising, please check out the link below for the astrology of the month readings, the playlist. Also, if you would like your own personal reading, there is a link as well for you to get in contact with me so you can have more information about obtaining a personal astrology reading. But without further ado, let's jump right in. For this month, Leo, you are going to have such a beautiful month. Venus is going to be activating your your first house. And it's just going to be a great time for you to revamp your finances and look at a deeper level how you are interacting with your friend groups. But let's start with Mercury entering Virgo on August 3rd. Now, Virgo is going to be triple activated this month. The sun, the new moon, and Mercury. We're going to start with Mercury. That's your second house. So it's all about the money. Money's going to be on the mind, what you can do to make more money, how you value money, how you spend money. So many things that you might take for granted now, but upcoming when you are finally clear, because Mercury will be in its own sign of Virgo, really clarifying the thoughts around money, how you interact with it, you're going to have a lot more sense about how you can maximize your earnings, so to speak, throughout this next few weeks that Mercury is in Virgo. Then, as we move forward, really the full moon in Aquarius on the same day that Venus enters Leo. So there's sort of this opposition energy with endings and just lovely, lovely Venus in Leo. And that's your first and your seventh house activation. This could be like an ending to a relationship and a beginning to newly being single, or it could be a revamp. Maybe you're reevaluating your role in the relationship and maybe adding a little bit more love into it, a little bit more care, being a little bit more considerate of the person that you're with, maybe ending some old habits that have held you back from really experiencing a better relationship with this person. So luckily for you, Venus gives you a lot of grace, a lot of great conversations, a lot of deep thought about, before you open your mouth, and maybe just stress upon the person that you're in love with the importance of what your needs are, etc. But, also this is a wonderful placement for Venus to help you revamp your style as well. So you're going to get a little bit of more looks your way, let's say. You're going to make a few more outfits that will catch the eye. And this first house activation is just so wonderful for you to be able to do as much as you can to improve your standing with others as well, because Venus lends itself to beautifying you, to making you meet more of other people's needs. I wouldn't say it's more of service because that's kind of mercurial energy, but definitely in terms of connecting with others in a more positive way, that would be such a great time for you this month. And then as we move along, Mars is going to enter Gemini in your 11th house. This is such a, you know, tipping point for friendships. I would be careful around what you say to others. I would be careful around how you interact with your friends. You might go off the handle, with some of the thoughts that you have that might be internal, not necessarily shared with others. Especially Gemini is kind of off the cuff, that energy that you have in your 11th house already. So with Mars being in Gemini, it sort of superpowers that disassociative type of energy that Gemini can have when it comes to friendships. And then, of course, Mars also is an active energy. So there could be more activity you do with your friends. You could be motivated to create more events, more connection. You could also be motivated, since the 11th house also represents your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams for the future. It could be a little bit of motivation, or maybe a lot, depending on how you take it this month, to do something with the dreams that you have. Whether you've been hesitant before, whether you've been thinking about it before, this is a great sort of energy for you to activate yourself in that direction. So take advantage and make sure you're lending into that once Mars moves into Gemini on August 20th. Then on August 22nd, the sun moves into Virgo. Again, like I said, there'll be more activation of Virgo this month than ever, just because it's Virgo season. And this is the initiation of Virgo season. And so, again, we're highlighting your finances. We're highlighting how you perceive money, how you do with your money, how you spend it, and then how it can be sort of, revolutionary to how you interact with others. Maybe how you deal with your relationships. Maybe it has to do, since the full moon is also in Aquarius in your seventh house, has to do a lot with your ending of some sort of financial issue that you have within your relationship and sort of rewriting those terms as well, since again, a full moon is an ending, right? And just as all of this is going on, you have Uranus hitting your 10th house. So think about it this way. You've got your money house being activated. You've got Venus entering your first house as well. And then Uranus hits the house of your just standing in the world, your career, what you stand for, and maybe some sort of unexpected opportunity comes up. And this is going to happen on August 24th. Uranus has been in Taurus for a while now, so you've had this sort of activation happening, but really retrogrades are about sort of elevating that energy of Uranus, which is all about the unexpected, the unattainable, sort of this energy of like, could it happen? Yes, with this Uranus retrograde, it's a possibility. It's a high probability that the thing that you've been pining for, the thing that you've been working towards, especially with this Mars activating your, 11th house of hopes and dreams, maybe something's going to usher in some sort of opportunity, which I'm hoping is positive for you. Now, even if it's not positive, I want you to remember that in whatever shape it comes, you have an opportunity to choose wisely. So make sure that even if Uranus is tempting you, and it's something that might not be like the best idea to do, that you look at it from every single angle before you make a decision. And sometimes Uranus doesn't even give you the opportunity to decide. So hopefully you just take it in stride, right? Especially when it comes to your 10th house. And then on August 25th, Mercury enters Libra, takes a lot of pressure off of your second house that's been activated. And it's going to enter your third, which is going to sort of revamp your thinking about life, really. How you've been communicating with others, your connections with your siblings and with your neighbors, how those connections are valued and what you think about them, and sort of how you can activate them even further. It might give you an opportunity to sort of maybe have a street fair that you go to in your neighborhood, or a block party, whatever, and sort of plan it out, or even be a part of the planning committee itself, and do more things with your friends and with your neighbors. And then finally, the new moon in Virgo. Like I said, Virgo is going to be really active this month. Your second house has been active. And as things have changed in your career, your 10th house activation of Uranus, things have changed in your personality with Venus activating your first house. And of course, Mars is activating your 11th with your dreams. Why not throw in a new moon? And the universe is trying to tell you, what new plans, goals, ideas are you going to implement from now on that are going to help you to grow your wealth, that are going to help you to establish more wealth? What can you do to be more wealthy as a person? And so I would sit down in the new moon and just write out some goals you have financially that you'd like to see maybe come into fruition once the full moon in Virgo comes in next year, and have some sort of idea about how you'd like to establish that in your future. Now, this has been the month of August. I hope that you all have enjoyed this horoscope. And if you haven't checked out the astrology link below so that you can get your own personal horoscope. And of course, remember to check out your sun, moon, and rising in the monthly horoscope playlist in the link in the description. Thank you again. Please like and subscribe and share this with your friends, your fellow Leos that need it.